Hi friends, Krista here. Thanks for stopping by Books and Jams. It is Friday, the day after American Thanksgiving, and I'm not working today. I was expecting to be home in New York right now, but unfortunately, my brother Jordan has some sores on his feet that have opened up that are causing him extreme amounts of pain, and so he did not want to travel, and I was not leaving him here by himself, so we stayed here and had a very quiet, kind of lonely Thanksgiving yesterday. He can't walk at all. So I made a feast that I threw together on Wednesday, ran to the grocery store, but I made a little feast and brought it to him in his room, and I sat in my chair and watched a Christmas movie in my room. So it wasn't an ideal Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for technology and the chance to have a chat with my brother in Turkey and my mom and my sister, and we were hoping some of our other siblings would hop on, but that did not happen. But yeah, it was not my favorite Thanksgiving at all, but I do still have a lot to be thankful for, and multiple times throughout the day I would pause and just change my perspective and be grateful, because it was a tough one, I'm not gonna lie. But today's a new day. I am headed out to go to I think it's a Christmas themed holiday kind of bazaar at this place called Make It RVA. RVA is initials for Richmond, Virginia. There's an art building where people come and do art, and I think they're having kind of almost a vendor sale. So I'm gonna head down there to the south side. I'm gonna cross the river, which I very rarely do, to go to the little holiday bazaar. I have some books to pop in the mail. Sold some more books on Pango, so I'm going to pop that in the mail when I find a post office on the way. Also would like to find a red or green cardigan. I don't have, this is one of my new Christmas shirts. Cozy Season, it's so cute. I have a navy blue cardigan, which I could have probably worn the navy one, but that's too much blue because I have jeans on. And I have a maroon one that's purpley side of maroon, and I have a beige, like cream colored one, but none of those really was going to work. And I don't love this one. I'm actually going to get rid of this. It's not the right kind of shirt or sweater that I don't like it anymore, but I'm wearing it today because it's that in between. It's 55 degrees today, not super cold, but still a cardigan would be nice. So I'm just going to run a TJ Maxx or Marshalls and see what they have. And this art bazaar, I don't want to be gone for too long. Jordan cannot walk, so I've set him up with food and some drinks and some hot tea in a travel mug that will stay hot forever. He's kind of dozing and just watching shows on Netflix, or I think he's watching YouTube right now. But yeah, so I'm hoping this weekend, as far as books go, I'm hoping to finish Godmersham Park and Juliet's Answer. And I'd like to make some more progress in Anne of Green Gables. I'm hoping to finish that this month as well. Those are the 3 things I plan on reading, but none of those are on audio. So before I hit the road, I'm going to choose an audiobook, because it's going to take me a good 20 minutes at least to get to where I'm going, where I'm headed. So I would like to find an audiobook and make some progress in another book this weekend. So I'll let you know what I decide, but let's go shopping. So that was definitely more art than craft. I got to look and I think I took a couple clips of some of the rooms. Painting and photography and metalwork and jewelry, and definitely more artistic than crafty. It was cool to look. I feel more cultured this morning. I thought I would give you an update on what I'm reading. I remembered that I had started the audiobook of Yellow Wife by Sadiqa Johnson. She's a local to me author, or relatively local, and it fits in Historathon, and it was a Patreon pick either last month or the month before. So it's like triple duty, and I'm very excited. So I'm out and about. I've just decided to just kind of explore a little bit on my way to a TJ Maxx, and I just did a quick U-turn because I found this place called Bargain Books. I've never been here before, and I'm really excited to go check it out. I just realized I forgot to get clips while in the bookstore, but it's only 2 or 3 months old. It's a brand new store, Book Exchange, or no, Bargain Books it's called. So I'm gonna go on Google and leave them a review and hopefully drive some traffic there. But if you live in the Richmond area, it's on Hull Street on the south side of Richmond, and they're pretty decent. So typically they do 75% off the price on the back, and that, like, this one doesn't have a price, so it's just their minimum for paperbacks is $3.50. So decent prices. They had a ton of stuff in there, and they're brand new. And the fun thing is, I saw this sign and I can volunteer for store credit. What? I can go and organize books and get free books for it? That sounds really cool. So I'll probably come and do that, but I just got 4 books, so I thought I'd show you what I got. I picked up The Other Westmore. This was a Patreon pick, I think over the summer, and I just never got to it. So it's a nonfiction about 2 men who are both named Westmore, whose lives take very different routes. So I'm gonna read that one. I got this one, The True Story of Hansel and Gretel. It's a World War II, a novel of war and survival by Louise Murphy. 2 kids end up in the forest in Poland. In the last months of the Nazi occupation of Poland, 2 children are left by their father and stepmother to find safety in the dense forest. This one I actually own, but my copy of it has all the library binding stickers on it, and I don't like it. And so I'm just going to replace my copy with this one, The Girl from the Train. It's in perfect condition. And then I got this Christian fiction by Sarah E. Ladd, which is called The Letter from Briarton Park, which is a swoon-worthy romance of Jane Austen meets the suspense of Charlotte Bronte. I like that. Regency England, one letter will alter a woman's fate when it summons her to Briarton Park, an ancient place that holds the secrets of her past and the keys to her future. So very cool. Unexpected little trip there. I need to find a place to eat, but I am now gonna head over to Marshall's and Ollie's. I'm looking for a couple objects or items, Christmassy things, to put on my bookshelves, because I don't really have a lot of shelf decor. So that's what I'm gonna look for while I'm at Ollie's and Marshall's. We'll see what I can find. Got home and ate some food, gave Jordan some food, and then he needs a few things from the pharmacy. So I'm headed out to the pharmacy real quick to get him what he needs. And then I can come home and relax for the evening. But I will say, I only have less than 2 hours left of Yellow Wife. I was walking through one of the stores today and like trying really hard to not start crying, because there was a couple scenes that were doozies. Oh, so hard. So hard. I'll talk more about it later, but yeah, it's a good one, but it's a difficult read for sure. Okay, off to the pharmacy. Hello, here I am in my at-home habitat. I just saw that Liv from Liv's Library is doing some sprints, so I'm hopping on her sprints for a little bit. I just watched a Christmas movie. It's one that I had seen before, but I don't remember things after I watched them, so it was fun to just watch a Christmas movie. It took forever because I started it before I went to the pharmacy, and then I got home and started it again, and then my sister FaceTimed me, so I had to chat with her and show her all the things that I got today, and then I finally finished. But now I'm just answering comments and listening to the chat in the sprints for a little bit, but I don't know if I'll hop back on tonight. I might a little later. All the stuff that I bought today is all over my bed, so I might just show you some of the things that I got today, a little haul. shopping trip haul before the end of the day. But for now, I'm just going to listen to the chat and answer some comments. Good morning. Happy Saturday. It is 10 o'clock and I have been very sneezy this morning. I think it's because I stayed up late to finish the audiobook of Yellow Wife. So I was up until after midnight, and always when I don't get great sleep, I get sneezy in the morning. It's just the way of it. But I finished this book and I think I am giving it 5 stars. This was a heavy duty book. Definitely not a read for the faint of heart. In it, we follow Phoebe Dolores Brown. She is a biracial girl, the daughter of an enslaved woman and the master of a plantation. And we just kind of follow her. She gets some privileges from the head of the plantation, but in the process incurs the wrath of his wife. She's promised freedom on her 18th birthday, but just before her 17th birthday, things go down and she is actually sold off and not given her freedom. And then we follow her as she is brought to a jail that was here in Richmond. And it was called the Devil's Half Acre because of the horrors that happened at this jail. She catches the eye of the jail owner, is given somewhat a place of privilege, but she is still not free. And it just details her life and experiences, and it's horrific at times. Very well written and compelling. I did not want to stop reading, but I was reading it while I was out and about yesterday. I think I even mentioned that I was in one of the stores and trying not to cry because some of the scenes were just so incredibly heartbreaking and infuriating at the same time, like just horrifying. This is definitely, like I said, not for the faint of heart. It does get pretty graphic as far as some of the punishments given to people, the sexual rape ultimately, and loss of babies in childbirth. There's a lot of scenes in here that were just that took me aback because they were so horrible. So yeah, just keep that in mind if that's something that you have a hard time with. I think most books set during a time of slavery are going to have some of those scenes, and it's hard to read, but important to read, I think, at the same time, just because this is our history, unfortunately. And in order to prevent things like this from ever happening again, we need to be informed and educated and empathetic and just have an understanding of what things were like. This was a little different because she was biracial, so it gave me a different perspective that I hadn't read before. This contrast of her almost having some privileges, but also the difficulties that came along with that, and that the fact that she wasn't ultimately free, and her children that were born, the difficulties of the fact that she wasn't free to be their mother in the way that she would want to be. So just very eye-opening and well written. I'm so glad that I finally read this. And yeah, I just wanted to say that I gave it 5 stars, but with a warning for sure. So finished that last night. I have about an hour until I have a chat with some of my patrons. So I just read my Bible for a little bit. I was so far behind for the last few months, and now I'm 1 day behind. I read 3 or 4 days worth this morning, and I'm almost caught up. Yay! I just gave my nails a little touch up while I was in there because I just am sitting still, so it's a good time to touch up my nails. Now I'm going to make some cocoa and read, but like kind of do some sprints as well. I have a little bit of cleaning. I think my aunt and uncle might stop by tomorrow just to say hello and pray for Jordan in person, because we kind of were stuck here, and they're traveling back to New York tomorrow. I have a cousin, I think I've talked about before, I have a cousin who lives in Charlottesville, and Virginia's a nice central place because they have, like, her brother is in Florida and some of them are in New York. So Virginia's a nice central place for that side of the family to get together for Thanksgiving. But anyways, I'm just going to get some stuff done this morning. I think I showed my puzzle. I worked on a puzzle last night. I don't know if I even said that yet already. So yeah, time for me to get some cleaning done. And I'm hoping today to finish Godmersham Park. This is the cover of it. I showed this in a live reading sprint. The cover of it is so pretty. And if you look at the inside of it, it's like the back of a stitched, like cross stitch, or it's embroidery, I think. It's like the back of an embroidery. It's very cool. So this is Godmersham Park I'm reading. I will talk about it later, but I'm hoping to finish this today and also pick up a little bit more of Juliet's Answer and possibly start another audiobook. I don't really know. It's a chill day today, so cleaning and going for a walk maybe at some point. I don't have any plans to go anywhere, so this might be the boring part of the vlog. Get ready.
Where you to take a picture?
Show the boy.
Oh. I will. I'll get one from.
Do a selfie with you in it. Yeah, stand here like this. Just sit right.
Here we go.
Yeah. It's a video. Just keep going. Work those faces. All right, who's getting on the horse?
All right, Brock, you want to ride the horse?
Someone needs to get up.
I would 100% break this. This is not going to hold my. That should hold Dak for sure.
Daniel.
Are
you in the boot?
He's in the boot. Daniel, you want to ride the horse?
All right, we got to take her.
Okay.
Woohoo!
Oh yeah!
Now you gotta sing.
Okay, up there. You're making me nervous.
Hello. I am back home from a little outing this afternoon. My aunt and uncle contacted me about getting together to go, about coming here. And I was like, please don't. Jordan is not really up to having guests in the house. So I called them back later and said, I can come and see you for a little bit, but Jordan is really not up for it. So we went out to dinner and just hung out for a little bit with some of my cousins, which was really nice, and their kids, who are so cute. But now I am back home, back in my comfy pants, had some Mexican, which was amazing, and I'm ready to read. And I have an ambient room ready to go. This one is from the Vault of Ambience. This particular one with Mr. Darcy and Elizabeth, because I'm reading Godmersham Park, which is also about the Austins, so it just feels very appropriate. So I am not sure I'm going to finish this one tonight. It's not really a page turner. I'm interested and I'm liking it, but it's not very, it's not a quick read by any means. It's pretty slow paced and just kind of, quiet, I guess, is a good word for it. I mean, I'm liking it, but it's definitely not my normal kind of. Usually I need a little bit more action, a little bit more something going on. And this one is a lot more quiet, but I really am kind of relating with Anne in her loneliness and her job as a governess. She doesn't really get to participate with the family, and she doesn't really get along with the people who work downstairs, if you will, Downton Abbey terms, right? So she just is kind of on her own, and it's not the life she wished for herself. But she is making really good connections with Jane Austen, which is fun. I'm going to dive back into this. It's 9:30 right now, so I'm hoping to read for about an hour and a half, off and on maybe. Jordan should be all set. I don't know that I need to get up very much. I was going to make a hot drink, but decided not to. Already ate a bowl of popcorn. It's gone. And I have one of these. I just dropped my bowl. I have one of these Cayman Jacks margaritas. I figured I had Mexican tonight, but I did not. I just had water while we ate. And so now I'm having my post Mexican meal margarita at home, in the comfort of my home. So yay, that's the plan for the evening. I don't know if I'll hop back on or not, but I'm going to get reading and listening. I want to get into this ambient room. Hopefully it's a good one. All right. I'll either talk to you later or tomorrow. All right. It's 11:15. Time for me to go to bed. But I did finish Godmersham Park by Jill Hornby. And I enjoyed it, but I didn't love it. So I think I'm going to give it 3 stars. I thought it was interesting, and it was based on real people and this woman, Anne Sharp, who really did have a relationship with Jane Austen. I did, like I said earlier, kind of connect with the loneliness of being a governess and not really feeling connected with the family or the servants. She got really bad headaches, and I occasionally get migraines, so I could relate to that as well. Like, get some glasses. You probably just need glasses. Oh man. But yeah, it was good, but not great. It was a quiet, relatively sweet novel. I didn't love everything about it. There was a couple hints at, like, it didn't have romance in here, but there were hints of romantic inclinations that I didn't love, but they were just hints, so it was fine. And yeah, I don't really have much more to say about it, but it is a NetGalley book. I will write my review tomorrow. I'm not going to do it tonight, and hopefully be at, I think, 47% or 48 by the time I finish this review, which will be awesome. Gets me that much closer to 50%. So tomorrow I'm going to work on reading Juliet's Answer and Anne of Green Gables. I didn't listen to an audiobook when I was driving earlier. I just kind of listened to the podcast. I needed something light and fun, and they were perfect. Knox and Jamie, perfect companions on my drive today. But earlier today, I did find The Spanish Daughter on audio. This is another one of my Historathon TBR books. It's also in one of my NetGalley books. So I think I will probably try to listen to this. It's less than a 10-hour audio, so I should be able to listen to this in a couple days and get one more knocked out. But I also just bought myself The Unknown Beloved from Amy Harmon, and I really want to get to that because Amanda read it this month and really loved it. So part of me wants to just pick that up, but I do want to make progress in Juliet's Answer and Anne of Green Gables in print first. So having an audiobook will be good. So I'm going to work on those 3 off and on tomorrow. I did get a little cleaning done. I did work on my puzzle a little bit today. It was a pretty decent day overall. Tomorrow is supposed to be really rainy, so not thrilled about that, but I don't have anywhere to go, so that's a good thing. All right, I am going to bed. I'm tired. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Hello, good morning. It is Sunday, and it's almost noon already. Hard to believe, 11:30. I'm working my way through my watch later list and posting some books on Pango. Currently, I'm posting all of my series of unfortunate events. I don't think I will ever reread the series, so I'm posting the whole series. I did blow dry my hair straight so that I can film in a little while. I watched church online, and I read a little bit on a new book on my Kindle. One of my goals in regards to NetGalley this year was to get to the point where I'm reading the newer books instead of just backlist, and I have not yet at all read any books before they're released. So I picked up one called The Key to My Heart. It's kind of a romance. It's light. It's fun. And it comes out on December 6th. So I'm going to try to finish that before it comes out, and then I will have accomplished that goal in regards to NetGalley. So yeah, I'm just kind of getting stuff done today, watching some YouTube, watching some BookTube, and eventually I'll get settled and read a little bit. But yeah, it's super pouring, raining outside. I don't plan on really going anywhere. So I'm just going to read, and I have a stack of things to post on Pango. So those should be all up in my shop by the time you see this. And I have a new order that just came in overnight, so I got to package that up to go in the mail tomorrow. And yeah, it should be a pretty chill day as per the usual around here. I'll check in later. Okay, friends, it is now 1:17 and I'm really hungry, ready for lunch. I just filmed 2 videos, which is good. That's all I need to do today. I filmed a look at my anticipated reads for this past year. How did I do? Do I read the ones that I actually say I'm anticipating or not? And then I filmed the rest of my December TBR. So now I'm going to go, I have a short sleeve shirt on, but I'm a little chilly. So I'm going to go change my shirt, take off my fancy earrings, and make some lunch. I have an egg bake in the fridge that's left over that I made the other day, and I need to eat that up, and it's delicious. So I'm going to have that for lunch today. And then I'm going to sit and read, I think, because I haven't done any reading today other than a little bit this morning before I watched church. So I'm going to work on, I might work actually on the one that I just started on my Kindle, The Key to My Heart. I'm going to work on that a little bit. I feel like something light and fun while I eat. And then I probably will do some sprints this afternoon and continue to work on Juliet's Answer and Anne of Green Gables. It is a rainy day today. I don't know how cold or whatever it is. I might go outside a little bit, just kind of sit and listen to the rain, but it might be chilly. I don't know. But I got all my books posted on Pango. I did my video. I need to go check on Jordan, see if he needs any food, and eat some lunch. I'll talk to you later. Sorry the lighting is really bad, but I am sitting by my tree tonight. I just got myself some apple pie and ice cream. And I thought you guys don't get to see this shelf ever. This is my red books. And they are organized by color. I don't keep very many. I have a couple other shelves in here too that have red books on them for the most part. I just read a few chapters of Anne of Green Gables this afternoon. I was just reading Juliet's Answer for a little while. I'm taking a break now to eat some ice cream, and I'm going to switch to The Key of My Heart. The Key to My Heart. The one that's on my Kindle. So I'm going to read that for a little bit while I eat some ice cream. And then it's time to start editing because I have a lot of things to edit. So I decided earlier this afternoon to watch a Christmas movie instead of reading, so I really just didn't get as much reading done today as I might have liked. And before the day is over, I also need to do my review for Godmersham Park, so that's going to happen today as well. But I'm going to sit and eat some apple pie for a few minutes while it's hot. I warmed it up. So I'll check in probably one more time before the end of the evening and kind of wrap up the rest of my reads for the weekend. Hello friends, it is 10:30 on Sunday evening, and this is me hopping on to wrap up the weekend. I just got done editing all the way through the last couple clips, so I'm going to finish that up in the morning to get the video posted for my vlog for this video. But I just want to kind of run through the weekend. As far as reading, it was a great weekend. As far as activities, it was kind of quiet. But I did complete Yellow Wife. Talked about this already, gave it 5 stars. It's a heavy duty book, but really, really worth the read. I also finished Godmersham Park, which honestly was a little bit of a disappointment just as I was really hoping to love it, and I didn't. I even ordered this one from Blackwell's because I don't like the US cover, so I ordered this from England, but I'm going to actually put this up in my Pango shop because I thought it was good, but it's not one that needs to stay on my shelves. So after my November wrap up, this will go in my Pango shop. I made it to, what chapter am I on in here? 9. I made it to chapter 9 of Anne of Green Gables. I read like 3 more chapters, I think, or 4. I just really love this book. I love Katie's footnotes from Life Between Words. My friend Katie, who does Middle Grade March with me, she is the one who edited this, and it's just really lovely. I feel like the footnotes they feel very personable almost. Some of them are informative about traditions and culture of the times. Some of them are just memories that she has of either reading this book or her imagination when she was a kid. So they just feel really personable, and I love that. I'm really enjoying reading this with Katie's footnotes. So cool. I was hoping to get to page 100 in this one, but I'm up to page 85 and it's only chapter 4. I'm not a fan of long chapters, but this is really good. It's very sweet. We kind of flip between him, Glenn Dixon is the author. This is a nonfiction. We float between like not perspectives, but time periods when he's teaching English. He's teaching Romeo and Juliet to his English students. We're learning a little bit about his love life, if you will, his relationship and what caused him to want to go to Verona, and then also his time in Verona as a volunteer with the people who answer letters that are written to Juliet. So it's kind of between those 3 things we go back and forth, and I'm really enjoying it. It's lighthearted so far and not a compelling read. It's not fast-paced at all. It's taking me a long time, but I'm enjoying it. So I will continue with that one. And then I did get up to 25% in The Key to My Heart by this person. She wrote Emmy Blue, Dear Emmy Blue. Why can't Leah something? Man, I forget her name of the author. Shame. But I'm really enjoying Key to My Heart. It's definitely not a rom-com. It's definitely a little more emotional. Our main character, Natalie, 2.5 years ago, lost her husband in a bike accident. And she's just really having a hard time figuring out how to move on from that and what to do now. She's a musician, and so she plays piano, not for her job. She works at her sister's store doing retail, but she found she found a piano at a St. Pancras station. St. Pancras station. I don't know how to say that. And she just goes and plays piano there, and then discovers in the bench that opens up where she keeps her phone and stuff while she's playing. But one time she opened up the bench and there was a piece of sheet music there that had connections to her husband. So at the point where I'm at now at 25% in, she's received 3 different pieces of sheet music, and all 3 have some kind of connection to her husband. Like, one was the song from their wedding, one was his favorite song, one was a song that she just played for him all the time. And so now she's wondering who on earth is leaving the music and why these particular songs. She's like, did Russ, her husband, kind of set this up in some way before he passed? She's just trying to figure out what on earth is going on. I'm really enjoying it because I play piano as well. Not fantastic. I would never sit down and be able to play in a train station, but I do like the musical aspect of it. And there's already a guy that I think is going to be the love interest, and I'm trying to figure out if he's the one that's leaving the music. I feel like he must be, right? So I'm interested in continuing that one. So lots of reading got done this weekend, and now it's time for me to go get ready for bed. But today is the first day of Advent, so I'm just going to go in my room and do the first day in Shadow and Light, which is a journey into Advent. This is kind of a devotional during the season of Advent leading up till Christmas. So I'm going to go and spend some time with this and get ready for bed. And this video will come out in the morning. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I would love to chat with you in the comments about any of the books I read this weekend or anything else that you guys want to talk about. I always love talking with you in the comments, and I look forward to talking with you in another video as well very soon. Bye.